Hi everyone, happy Monday. My name is Rachel Countryman and I decided to start a YouTube channel. I've been thinking about it for probably a year now. I kept putting it off because I was kind of nervous to record myself talking. I think like a lot of people, we don't like to hear ourselves talk or see ourselves on video, but I decided to go for it. It fell. Okay. So mainly because I now have time because of the COVID-19 pandemic. I do work at a hospital, so I'm still working. However, thanks to my awesome coworkers, I was able to switch around my shifts so that I could get a week and a half off just as a precaution because I have diabetes and because my younger sister who has diabetes is home right now, and then also because of my parents. So I have time now, so I decided to just go for it, even though I've never done this before. I don't know how to edit videos. Some people might not like the video, and that's totally okay. So I just went and harassed one of my cats. For those of you who know me, you probably think the name of my channel is probably appropriate because I have two cats that I'm obsessed with because they're so cute. Look at this is Pumpkin. He's a rescue. We did not name him Pumpkin. He came into the shelter in October and they thought it was fitting to name him Pumpkin. Okay, you can run away now. He can't get down from the table. 1 second. Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay, so that was one of my cats. I have another one named Jasper. He's sleeping right now, so I won't bug him because he's too cute. Anyway. Back to the name of my channel. So yes, I have two cats that I love. I take pictures of them all the time. I send them to my friends and they get super annoyed. I'm not sorry. And then I also have type 1 diabetes. So that's going to be the main focus of my channel, is talking about type 1 diabetes and different topics related to it, which is really anything, exercise, meals, carbs, school, even the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm also hoping either via Skype or phone call or in the future when we're allowed to be around others again, I'm hoping to have different guests on that have type 1 diabetes, or I have some friends that don't have diabetes but they do have some limitations that they've acquired, so I'm really excited about that. I will be having my sister on here, however, because my whole family's in the same house right now. What else can I talk about? So this is just going to be an introductory video about myself and about this channel, and then I'm hoping my next video will start getting into different diabetes topics. So I've had diabetes for 16 years. I was 10 years old when I was diagnosed. I started off on syringes, so I actually had to draw up my own insulin for those of you who did not have to start on those. And then I was on pens for the majority of my type 1 life. I've only been on the pump for maybe a year and a half. I was actually afraid to go on the pump, which sounds silly to me now because I'm on the Omnipod and it is fantastic. It's definitely helped relieve some of the stress of diabetes and also improve my blood sugar levels. And I have to thank Camp Huronda for that. I worked at Camp Huronda, which is part of Diabetes Canada, for the last 2 summers. I was on the nutrition and dietetic team there. So I never went to camp when I was a kid. I was afraid, again, afraid of everything. And so working at this camp was incredible. I was surrounded by children and adults with type 1 diabetes, and seeing all these kids on an insulin pump and being able to manage their diabetes and, you know, still do all of these amazing activities, it definitely changed my mind. And so late summer, early fall of 2018 is when I decided to just go for it and go on the pump, go through the whole process. and again, I love it. I'm definitely glad I went with tubeless, but of course, what kind of pump you go on depends on you and what you're comfortable with. My younger sister is on Medtronic, so she's on a tubing pump and she's been on it for her whole life basically, so she's comfortable with that. Also, I am very new to the Dexcom G6, so I actually tried the Freestyle Libre, and unfortunately for myself, I found it didn't read as well. I found that I was usually a few units off whenever I tested my blood, and because of that, I would test my blood still during the day, so it was kind of a waste to have the Libre. So I stopped using that, and then this past November 2019, I decided to try the Dexcom G6. It had just come to Canada in September, and I absolutely love it. I definitely will not go back to finger pokes. It is so accurate. It's helped me control my blood sugars a lot better. It's helped me with exercise and being able to see where I'm at and figure out how to adjust my snacking and insulin for my exercise so that I don't go low or high. And my A1C went down as well, so that was incredible. I can definitely testify that this is something that needs to be covered. And actually, I am with the JDRF right now. I am London's ambassador. It's been about a year now. I started in 2019 as the ambassador, and for 2020, I am London's advocacy chair. So before the COVID-19 pandemic and social distancing and self-isolation, I was meeting with MPs, MPPs, speaking with insurance companies about the JDRF's Access for All campaign, which is extremely important. And someone like myself who uses the CGM, I definitely hope in the near future that it can be covered either by funding from the government, like insulin pumps get, or being covered under the medical equipment section of insurance company policies. So my insurance company is Sun Life. I work part-time, so I don't have benefits through work, so I had to actively go find my own. And thankfully, Sun Life was able to offer me a plan and cover me even though I have a pre-existing condition. And Sun Life, as well, hopefully a lot of people know, is a national sponsor for JDRF, so they help sponsor their JDRF walk, and also the Ride to Defeat Diabetes. And I'm thankful, so thankful for them, but I do have to pay monthly for it. And then I also, because the Omnipod's a little bit more expensive than the tubing pumps, I pay a little extra a month for my Omnipod, plus the cost of the CGM. So I tell the MPs, MPPs, and insurance companies my story because it is a lot of stress on a type 1 diabetic. And I'm very thankful that they were willing to talk to me and even do phone calls with me during this pandemic, and still talk about a different health topic other than the COVID-19 pandemic that's going on. And I'm really, really hoping that in the near future, in a year at the most, that the CGM will start to be covered under insurance companies. So what else can I talk about? So again, before all of the social distancing and self-isolation, I'd also started teaching cooking classes to children and also younger children and their parents. So that was really fun because I went to school for food and nutrition. So even though that was to become a registered dietitian, we still learned components of food, how to cook food, different properties, different cooking techniques. So it was really fun to put that into practice, and it's really exciting to have younger kids wanting to get involved in cooking, and they all did such an awesome job, so that was really fun. And what else? my whole life I've played volleyball. Even when I was diagnosed, I still continue to be active. I know a lot of kids, when they're diagnosed, they kind of get afraid to continue sports and activities because they don't want to go low. So I was really thankful that my parents supported me and not pushed me, but convinced me that I could still do the things I love to do. So I played volleyball throughout elementary school, high school. I played competitive volleyball, and then up until recently I was doing intramural volleyball as well. And volleyball's been a huge part of my life, and I didn't want to give it up. I started doing spin classes, or rhythm cycling is the more specific name, here in London. It's with a new studio. They just opened in August of 2019, and they're called xoxo, and it is fantastic. The instructors are amazing. You get such a good workout. It's such an inclusive environment, and they're so motivating. I never liked going to a gym. I never really had a gym membership. I usually do home workouts and around the neighborhood, go for runs. But this place was incredible, and again, up until COVID-19 pandemic and social distancing, I was doing that. And shout out to Courtney, who's been doing some live videos. I'm really hoping to get a stand for my outdoor bike so that I can watch her videos and do some cycling classes inside. So if anyone has a recommendation for a stand like that, please let me know. I'm on the market, I'm looking. Thank you, Tiff, for getting me this mug, even though the R is backwards. Definitely appropriate for a YouTube channel, I think. So looking back on this video and attempting to edit, I apologize for the ums and the smacking of, I don't even know what that is. Again, I'm new to this. I'm new to recording videos of myself, and that one was basically non-stop. So I'm hoping in the future to do shorter things and combine them. Again, anyone can help me with editing or anything like that, or creating an intro, please let me know. If you have any topics related to diabetes that you want me to discuss or do research on and then talk about, leave a comment. Please like this video. Be nice. Again, first time. I have no experience. If you don't like it, that's fine. Just don't be mean. And if you have an account, if you could subscribe, that would be great. Shout out to Michelle Lord, who also has a type 1 diabetes channel. She was awesome and gave me some tips and advice on a YouTube channel, and then also the diabetic cactus. She was awesome and gave me some tips as well, so go check out their channels. And I have no idea when my next video will be up. I hope to do it soon because, again, like I said, I have lots of time now. I hope everyone has a great Monday. Wash your hands, stay home, and just stay safe, but stay active. All right. See y'all.